and welcome to the Business Automation Show on the Sukhi Wahiwala official channel. It's episode 3 already, and today we're going to be covering a really seamless integration of payment systems. So if you have an automated system and you have a problem with setting up automatic payments, that means somebody can click on your invoice and make a payment without you knowing about it, transfer money to you, or in future, because we've got another episode 4 where we'll talk about cyclic or monthly subscriptions, then this is the program for you. My name's Sukhi Wahiwala, and this is Jatinder Palaha.
Hey Sukhi, hey everybody, how you doing?
So let's get straight to it. So this episode 3, was brought to you by salesmasterhub.com, which is an online portal for business everything. So it can be automation from holding your CRM content with GDPR, as well as invoicing, chasing, payments, automatic payment requests, all the way through to actually allowing you to interrogate and email your client base as well. So Jatinder, today, what I'd like to cover is a little conversation that we've been having with a lot of our Inspired Tribe users for this particular process, is that when they've created an account, when they've created automatic systems, they're using the virtual diary, which is life-changing, is completely changed. So if you're missing those, that's episode 1. We covered how to benefit from a virtual diary structure. That means people can book themselves. And in episode 2, we showed you how to raise invoices in a really easy way. 3 steps, bang, and off it goes, an invoice goes through. So in this episode, we're going to cover very clearly, episode 3, how to integrate a payment portal or a gateway. And they're 2 different things, and that's what we're going to talk about. So Jatinder, could I ask you to take a bit of a lead? The couple of questions I've had with people is, how can they get the payment from their client without them having to either wait for an online transfer, or alternatively to chase them for a phone call to go and collect the money in cash? So having an invoice with a bullet at the bottom there with a quick link to say, make payment now, what sort of have in your statistical evidence, what sort of benefits has that given any company?
Yeah, Sukhi. So yeah, it's a good one, because a lot of people, they try to do the payments and stuff manually. They're still used to doing payments manually, in the sense that, once they've created an invoice, they've sent it out, they then give them bank account details, send the invoice, and they're waiting for the money to come through. It's a bit of a long process, and it's not always a fun experience for anybody, right? So when you, and one of the things is, like, a lot of people, surprisingly, still have, because they haven't got those things in place, that not everybody's used to making the payments online through this kind of method as well, which is quite interesting, but it still happens. And but having that available just means that it speeds up the whole process. Like, for example, you create your invoice, you send it out, and it's got the link on there, you click it, follow the process, make a payment, and that's pretty much done. And
wow.
That's the beauty of it, and it just speeds up the whole process when it's done that way.
So once upon a time, to have this kind of an automated system, this is without Salesmaster Hub, it's quite expensive and clunky. But with the Salesmaster Hub, it's all included, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's it's really simple to connect up. The 2 main ones we're talking about are like Stripe and PayPal, and they're very easy to connect with the system. And they both have their kind of advantages and disadvantages. The main being, like, PayPal is more, it's been around longer. It's got more credibility in that kind of sense. And you have to log into the PayPal account to make the payment. But whereas Stripe allows you to seamlessly integrate that into your payment system, so that the payments are just smoother. You don't have to log in anyway. Just put your credit card details and take the payment.
So if I was to clarify for the person who's actually watching the Business Automation Show, it's making it simple. So Stripe, just to be clear, is a payment gateway. And what gateways are is they basically take your customer's card details, and they give you your trade account, which is basically your merchant account, and they basically become the actual conveyor of that payment. They process the payment themselves as a gateway and connect it into your system. So with a Stripe link, which we're going to show shortly, it's a payment portal gateway. So that allows a person to click on the button, it takes the payment from their credit card or debit card, and it charges their card and sends it straight to your bank account without you having to chase a thing. And when we're talking about things like PayPal. PayPal is that same payment portal gateway, but in addition to this, it's actually a payment club. And the payment club is pre-charged cards, augmented links, slightly clunkier, which we all know from the system-wise it is the case, but it actually causes you a little bit of a delay in the payment because the system has to then log into their system every single time. And then alternatively, it's also safer for the client maybe sometimes if they don't know you. So if a person has no rapport with you, sometimes PayPal conversions are higher because they know that if they don't get what they asked for, they can go back to PayPal and PayPal will refund them. So that's kind of the principle, two different principles of differences. So Jatinder, the Salesmaster Hub system and this process of automated payment links to invoices, from what I'm hearing, it saves man hours of phone calls, knocking on doors, trying to get people to pay. And for them, in essence, it's if we raise an invoice, which I know some of our companies that I've purchased over the years have raised invoices, and there's no set format of ensuring that if they've given them a 7-day payment plan, or in the coaching industry, everything is prepaid. In the plumbing industry, you have to prepay the call out fee. Otherwise, how can an engineer come out? And all this sort of process. So if a person forgets, like I've raised an invoice and I've forgotten the timeline I've given a particular invoice, will this system automatically send them like an email reminder to take payment?
Yeah, so you can set up the due dates, and then just based on that, if it goes over the due date, you can set after how long it sends them a reminder. So yeah, it does the follow-up for you. So it's just a case of getting an automated message saying payment overdue.
That's really easy to set up. That's basically amazing. So that means basically I raise an invoice, I send it to the customer, and then if the customer's on point, they make the payment straight away. And then the second point is if they're not, then the system keeps reminding them to make the payment and the link is there. So it's a 30-second project just to press the button and put a card detail in. So I'm going to give you some stats from my businesses, not from anybody else's. By having this form of automation of chasing up, our payment ratio is nearly 60% better. So we still have some bad debt we have to keep chasing, but the majority of people who are purchasing from you from coaching or whatever the process is, we're definitely not in a situation where we are, the word I'm looking for is, they're not trying to not pay you, but they just have forgotten. Does that make sense? So this is what the system does automatically, all in one place. That's the power of the Salesmaster Hub. So if we move forward, if I can ask you, Jatinder, can you please show us, let's pick Stripe as a gateway, how we would integrate, or the user who's a member of Salesmaster Hub would integrate that into their invoice payments, if that's possible.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I'm just going to share my screen with you. Just give me a second. And okay, so you can see my screen.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so basically, once you've logged into the system, you want to make your way over to settings. Yes. And you go to this tab here, which is called payments.
Okay, so just for everybody else, just sorry to stop you there. This is basically the main hub. As soon as you logged back into your Salesmaster Hub, we go to this particular dashboard section in every episode. So you can clearly see it's there. And from there, it's the different step down, which is what Jatinder is going through. Sorry about that, Jatinder. Carry on.
No, that's cool. And you go into it, and there's a few settings here. And basically, this particular system allows you to connect 3 payment gateways like Square, Stripe, and PayPal. But Square is more dependent on which country you're in, so it's not available as much as these two are. So we'll focus on Stripe and PayPal for the moment. So once you've actually kind of signed up with Stripe and just create a Stripe account or a PayPal account, what you want to do is just log into those accounts. So you're kind of already logged in. And it's just literally a case of just coming down to this option here. Yes. And we've already connected, but it would say connect like it does here for PayPal, for example. Mm-hmm. You press that button and it just connects with your Stripe account and just marries the system together.
So just a question here, sorry. The only thing we have to have is to go to Stripe and create a merchant account if you don't have one. Is that right? So once that's set up, they give you the login facility. You just click a button and it shows you. So if we were to just to connect PayPal a second, You'd just see a screen, wouldn't we? They're the details we require to put in.
Yeah. So PayPal, if you were to click on it, you just basically put your PayPal email address in here.
Uh-huh.
All right. And then you press done, and that's pretty much connected it to your PayPal account.
Oh, well done. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. Yeah. So what does this look like on an invoice if we have these connected?
So the both of them would look exactly the same. So when you get the email, the template on the email will basically have a button on there which says make payment. And
Is
when
there
you
a
click on it,
of trialing that just to show it as a basic? Let's see.
Yeah, sure. So if we were to, yep, that's fine. Just confirm changes. Just go into a client, for example, and you make an invoice quickly, which we covered a lot more in episode 2.
Episode 2, that's right, yeah.
Right. So you just go in, you create an invoice, you just give it a little title, just put select a service in there, just add that to that, and you basically just send that off. So that's just how quickly you can send off a invoice.
I'm not joking. That's a bit of a wow. So it was like, that was done in that format. That was done in under 30 seconds.
That's right. And because you pre-populated some of the services, you just go and select it. And that's, allows you to do that quickly, literally. And then we just wait for the email to come through. So then once the emails basically come in, it will look like this. Mm-hmm. And then it's got basically it's got the two options. It says view online or pay. If either one will take you through to like your browser opening up, and it takes you through to the customer portal area. And when it loads up, it brings up the invoice details here. Mm-hmm. You can have a quick look here and just click on the pay button.
Oh, wow. That
easy. Continue over to payment. And then you basically just fill up the form as it fills up. You just put your details in here. That's it.
Is that easy?
That's it.
And so just on that black button that you got there as well.
Yeah.
Does it take Apple Pay as well?
Yes, so basically Stripe now integrates with Apple Pay. So if your Stripe account is connected, then you could do it can take a payment from Apple Pay as well.
So what we'll do is we'll do a session maybe on how to activate the Stripe account. Mm-hmm. Or we'll put a link in the bottom or something. That'd be helpful. But that's amazing. So basically, we now have a secondary platform like PayPal, but also Apple Pay. And if people are paying via their Macs, they can just finger authenticate it there and then, and the payment comes straight through to us. That's beautiful, right?
That's right.
So that's as simple as that. So now this basically means that if you've raised an email, it's that simple to get payment consistently with one click. You've seen it with large companies, but this is the opportunity to take that big organizational structure and easy to use systemization in something that's not very expensive and it's consistently there for you. So what an amazing, amazing episode. This is actually the secret of getting cash flow into the business, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. It's simple as that. Just send out an invoice and it's in the inbox. They just click it, make payment, and done.
Brilliant. Can I just ask everybody who's watching this, hopefully you've enjoyed today's Inspired Tribe processing and you're out there. By the way, anybody who's watching this is classified as Inspired Tribe by ourselves because we have an open platform environment where anybody who's following us and connecting with us is called the Inspired Tribe. So don't think you're not the Inspired Tribe while you're listening. So please do subscribe, please do like, and can you in the comment list just at least tell us what else you would like, what other problems and challenges you're having within business automation so that we can then bring that into the next actual sales processing structure or the Sales Master Hub or alternatively the Business Automation Show, right? So this has been tremendous. It's so simple, so quick, so easy to follow, and it's all included. That's the key point, isn't it, Jatinder?
That's right. Yeah, simple as that.
Brilliant. So if you'd like to get involved and join the Sales Master Hub as a community in the sense of actually get this automation, all you do is you click below and become a member, and Jatinder and some of his team will be in touch with you after you've made the commitment to it. It's a 14-day free trial. Have a play with it, and you can arrange a pre-call to set this up so that we can assist you to run your business more efficiently. So it's no longer buy it and work it out yourself. It's buy it and we'll help you set it up. So I hope that's been really helpful. I hope episode Ep3 has been functional to yourself. Thank you very much. On behalf of myself, Sukhi Wahiwala, and
Jatinder Palaha.
And we'll see you in episode 4, where we'll be talking about actual, what we call cyclic subscription payments, so that you can get people to subscribe to your channel consistently, to your content, to your membership site, or also to become a part of your community, maybe in another platform. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. See you soon.
Thank you very much.